If you went back in time and saw Donut Dodo in a mid-1980s arcade, you would totally think it belongs there. Donut Dodo doesn't just feel like a modern retro throwback, it feels absolutely authentic to an 80s arcade, from the graphics to the music to, most importantly, the gameplay. Donut Dodo wears its influences proudly, but like the best cocktail, blends it all together into something completely its own. There's a lot of Nintendo's Popeye here, along with Donkey Kong Jr. and Kangaroo. Each of Donut Dodo's 5 levels are single screen, no scrolling, and each level pits you against moving enemies and obstacles, along with a particularly persistent toilet, clearly paid by the toilet lobby to get us hating flushing and instead buying bidets. The developers claim Donut Dodo has incredibly tight controls, no cheap deaths, and frantic single-player action. They've nailed their own description. If you have a home arcade machine, Donut Dodo might be perfect for it, and its support of the iiRcade is also an excellent choice. I think it's likely a lot of VCSs are being used as emulation machines or modern retro bases for home arcades, and Donut Dodo is perfect for that use. The game is really tough. Tough enough I have yet to see the 6th bonus stage mentioned by the developer. You start on easy medium, and if you get through the 5 stages twice, you'll unlock medium hard, then Sugar Rush speedrun. There's a daily score challenge that isn't yet available on the VCS. Also currently missing is online leaderboards, although the game has cool 3-letter only leaderboards that could eventually go online. There are really 2 ways to play Donut Dodo. If you're trying to unlock higher difficulty or focus on getting through as many levels as you can, your best bet is to pick up donuts as soon as you cross them. However, you get a significant points boost when you pick up a flashing donut, which appears to be selected at random, and your score at the end will be multiple times higher than if you just collect everything you run into. The advantage of going for the most points is you also get quite a few more extra lives. At least on easy-medium difficulty, I've noticed that you can run through patterns for each level, and the AI will react the same way or close to it. So that does mean you can come up with best routes to quickly get through the levels as long as you aren't going for points. Donut Dodo supports the modern controller, mouse, and Atari VCS phone tablet app, though trying to play with a mouse or app seems really difficult. The classic controller doesn't yet work, although some folks doing QA work for Atari on the VCS Discord tell me the developer is working on supporting it for the VCS. The game screen itself is not widescreen and is instead a classic 5:4 ratio. There are options to fill the screen with a background, and you could turn on and off a slightly warped and slightly scanline look in addition to volume control. On the VCS at least, I couldn't tell what the screen size options did, as they didn't appear to do anything. Donut Dodo is absolutely fantastic due to its addictive gameplay, great action, colorful look, catchy 8-bit music, and an incredible attention to what an early 80s arcade game played like. This is easily one of the best arcade games I've played in years. If it's possible for something to be an instant classic, it's Donut Dodo. My son, who also has a YouTube channel by the name of 33S, which I'll have a link to in the description, had this to say about the game as well. With me is 33S here from the 33S Show. What do you like about Donut Dodo?
Well, it's fun to watch. I like the retro style of it. It really does look like a retro game from the 1900s. And I like it when Donut Dodo takes the donut between each level. So funny.
Thanks for watching. I'll have more VCS game videos in the coming weeks, although my personal time is limited in June and July, so things do slow down a bit. However, we've got the also looking great BPM Boy and more to look forward to. So give me a like to get these videos into other people's search results, and subscribe if you want these videos in your subscription feed. Have fun!